The Ultimatum Queer Love is wrapped. Decisions have been made, and I am more than sure that we all have thoughts. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for the Ultimatum Queer Love Season 2, the finale, so episodes 8 and 9. So if you have not seen them yet, you don't know the decisions, save this video and come back after you do, because there will be spoilers from the very beginning. You are about to hear my thoughts on the finale, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation, and give this video a like before you go, so I know you enjoyed it. Today's video is sponsored by me. If you like movie and TV show commentary, then of course you are in the right place. And if you are a fellow foodie like me, then you might enjoy my comfort movie and a meal series, where every last Sunday of the month I watch a comfort movie of your choosing and I make a meal to go with it. It's a vibe, so if that sounds like something you'd be into, make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link below. Before we get started, I'm gonna put a poll up again on the community tab same time as this video goes up, so make sure you go vote after you watch. I'm trying to figure out what you guys want to do for the reunion. Usually I'll do a watch party, but since everything was all released at once, I'm gonna assume that people want to watch the reunion on their own. So I'm not thinking that I'm gonna hold a watch party and do a live stream, or I can post a video like this. Obviously I'm not putting the reunion in this video because that doesn't make sense at all. So I'll likely leave the poll up again for 24 hours, so by Thursday I'll take it down and I'll just take the majority. One more thing, I have gotten a few comments regarding Kyle and her pronouns, in particular on that last comment video that I posted, because someone left a comment saying, hey, Kyle goes by they them, and I said the official Netflix website says that she goes by she, they. And so I just wanted to clarify that I personally reached out to Kyle. Kyle had a question. You know how you can post questions in your Instagram stories? Hey, ask me anything, basically. And so I put in there, hey, what are your pronouns? And then I didn't know how many responses she was going to get to that. So I went a step further and I actually DM'd her on Instagram, asking the same question. What are your pronouns? Hey, I've gotten some pushback on using she, her. What do you prefer? Because who better to ask than the source? And this is what Kyle told me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And if you're just listening to this and you aren't reading the screen, basically I'm sharing a story. Kyle saying that she gets a lot of pronoun questions. She, her, they, them is okay as long as it's not he, him. From Kyle's mouth herself. She said, hey, I go by she, her. Actually, that's most of the time what I go by. And if anyone is pushing back on you saying that, let them know that I said it's okay. So there you go. I'm pretty confident that people are going to relay their pronouns appropriately to Netflix, and Netflix would not put it on their official website without it being a fact. So we've covered that. I'm referring to Kyle as she, her, and we can move along. It was that easy. Now let's get into these couples who have thoroughly pissed me off. All I have to say about this finale is if they like it, I love it. I am looking at both Dayna and Magan very sideways right now. Dayna for being Dayna, and when it comes to Magan, I don't know if I'm pissed off because she's letting Dayna control her, or if I'm sad for her because she doesn't realize that she's letting Dayna control her. Magan telling Haley that she never told her she was in love with her, when we know that that's what she told Dayna, and we've heard her say it out of her own mouth, is absolutely insane. We heard you say it. It's on cam. What are you talking about? And it truly is the gaslighting for me, because she's like, did I tell you that I was in love with you?
We fell in love. The things that we went through, it's like the backtrack of the century.
Did I say I was in love with you? I said verbatim
multiple times.
So it wasn't just sex. I'm in love with Haley.
And then Dayna is of course lying as well. At that cocktail party, me and Magan said if we left this experiment together, we would go get matching tattoos. And Mel was like, well, why would you get a matching tattoo with me if you already had that agreement? And Dayna was like, well, I didn't remember that that's what we said. Which we know is not true, because in the episode when they got the tattoos, she was like, yeah, me and Magan said we were gonna get matching tattoos, but she gonna be mad, but I don't really care.
Top of the tattoos, Magan said that we had a conversation months before coming here that if we made it out of here together, we get a matching tattoo.
Okay, so well, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't remember it.
Magan, we've talked about getting matching tattoos, so she's not gonna be happy at all, but I don't care.
So which one is it? Did you not remember, or did you just not care? Two different things. And the thing is, why lie about that as well? Because it's gonna come out. They're probably gonna bring it up in the reunion that, hey, you did remember. You just decided to do it because out of spite, I guess, you were mad or something, or just to piss Magan off, which again is manipulative. And somehow in her head, Dayna has come up with this narrative that Pilar and Haley came on the show just to have a reason to split from each other. And she feels Haley has manipulated Magan.
I think Pilar and Haley came here to leave each other. Absolutely. They came here for a reason out, especially her. I mean, Magan knows she got manipulated.
Which again is crazy because in almost every single scenario, Dayna is the one who's being manipulative. And really her trying to run this narrative about Haley and Pilar, something's not right there with both Magan and Dayna. Because all of a sudden your family is on board now. All of a sudden y'all know for sure that y'all want to get married. All of a sudden you were never in love with Haley. And I'm only about to say this because Dayna said something about Pilar and Haley. I think that Dayna and Magan came on here strategically. I don't know what they wanted out of it. I don't know if it was exposure. I don't know if they just wanted a little vacation. I don't know if they just wanted to have something to kiki about, or if they wanted to get a hall pass. I don't know what it was. But something about both of them and the way that they moved immediately after they got back together tells me that something was not right there. I just can't put my finger on it. And now I'm thinking back to everything. The sex playlist. Oh, we thought the producers did it. Maybe they asked to set it up. I can't trust anything that they say now because look how they moved in these last few episodes. And I said this in my last video, and then Mel said it in the final episode.
Things meant more for me than they did for you.
I wholeheartedly believe that Mel showed up that day ready to leave with Dayna. And I think that she had that ring pop because she was going to use it as a cute little funny moment with Dayna, like, well, we're not getting engaged, but here's a ring pop. I believe that. I don't believe that she had that specifically for Marie. I think that she had both the ring on her and the ring pop because she was prepared to go either way. That's what I think. But anyway, moving on to a more reasonable couple. Ashley is a twin, and at first it felt like her twin and her other sister were the only ones who got common sense in the family as far as the siblings.
If it's forever, then don't accept anything less than exactly what you want.
I think you guys have kind of been going circle.
Sometimes you do have to be selfish after so long. Like, maybe I need to reevaluate and just be done, even though that might be the hardest thing.
But I am so glad that they got Ashley to come to her senses and realize, yeah, this is not the move. And really, Ashley did need somebody on her side to give her that push to make that choice because Marita was prepared to still marry her. For what reason? You knew that this was a relationship where your very basic needs were not being met. Why were you prepared to say yes if she proposed to you? Are both of y'all crazy as hell? It would have been an absolutely miserable marriage. And I don't understand why Marita would stand there and be like, you didn't choose me. I was ready to say yes. Why? Say yes to what? Lord, these people are stressing me. It's not about love. It's never only about love. No one is saying that Ashley doesn't love Marita. No one is saying that Marita doesn't love Ashley. What we're saying is that you're not a good fit together. Two things can be true at once. They're not mutually exclusive. Because it's very evident to anyone watching this, or probably anyone in their lives, that these two are beating a dead horse. You have to keep saying over and over and over again. And these are words that came out of Marita's mouth. I've been saying for years now, this is what I need, Ashley. This is how I need you to show up. If you've had to say that for years, and you were sitting here boo-hoo crying on TV about how you're just so distraught that she won't show up and you don't understand why she's not showing up, maybe that's your signal that it's just not meant to be.
I just don't get it. I don't get why you can't do any of that for me.
And the thing that was really sad about it for me is that they started to take it personally. And what I mean by that is Marita was saying, well, why can't you just do it, as if there was something wrong with her? And then Ashley was saying, well, maybe I'm just a selfish person, as if she was a selfish person. But again, it has nothing to do with Ashley being a terrible person or Marita being unlovable. It has everything to do with the fact that that's just not in Ashley's personality to be a romantic. Everybody's not romantic. You can't force someone into that box. If you want someone who's romantic and you want that so bad that you are crying real hard tears about it, then you need to go be with someone who's going to fulfill that. You can't force Ashley to be that. And it's not fair to Ashley for you to try to force her to be that. And it's not fair to you because at the end of the day, she could show up like that for 2 seconds, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, 2 years. What happens when she reverts back to her normal personality and not being that person? You cannot force a change like that. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, this decision was the best decision for both of them. Like, they over here talking about ring designs. Girl, what are we doing? Ashley wouldn't even be able to give you the romantic proposal that you wanted while y'all talking about rings. Like, stop it. These two, or really I should say Ashley, ended up being one of few couples who made the right decision. And thank God one of them was level-headed. Next we have Pilar and Haley. I just want to reiterate again how proud I am of Pilar. She came on this show and basically since day one, interview one, she has been so open about her family, so open about her struggles. And I really love that for her. And I love that it feels like she's turning over a new leaf. But Haley, please get my girl in therapy. Because that's where y'all should have been. Because getting engaged engaged, getting married is not going to change the trauma that Pilar has about her family not being in her life.
And I don't have a support system, and I don't have a mom to talk to, and I don't have a family that will walk down the aisle with me.
That's deeply rooted trauma. She needs to go talk it out. She needs to go get some tools to work through it. The issues still remain. The ring does not change anything. Something I also found interesting is that Pilar said, well, if we make it to the end and you realize that I'm not the one, I don't want you to stay because we are just so familiar with each other and we've been together for a long time. And then she turns around and says, but don't forget how familiar we are and that we've been together for a long time. Don't forget that, but like don't let that be your decision-making factor. Haley talks about this encounter that she had with Magan when they just so happened to all be at the same club.
We see Magan and Dayna. Magan didn't even look at me. And then Magan was like, hey, I think that we need to like cut all contact.
And it's so unfortunate because it really is like Magan is under some weird ass spell that's only ever broken when she's not around Dayna. It's like that's the only time in her life when she can actually think rationally. And it truly is just a bizarre thing to watch because for a brief moment you can see her try to be rational and it's peeking out, but then she gets pulled right back in to the Dayna cyclone. And that's why when Haley said this, I agree with her.
You know who I am?
I don't know who you are. That's the thing. I don't. I really don't. I really feel like I got to know a completely different person.
She's different with Haley than she is around Dayna. And I absolutely think that asking Haley to apologize to Dayna is insane. If anybody owes anybody an apology, it's Magan and Dayna to Haley. And again, I agree with Haley.
Really clear in the way that Magan is talking now that these are words that Dayna wants me to hear, not that Magan wants me to hear.
And you know what's funny about that? When Magan and Dayna meet up again, Dayna says, oh, did you say that because I wanted you to say it, or did you say it because that's how you feel? She said it because you told her to say it. I really do hope that Haley continues to stand 100 toes down or not apologizing because she don't owe neither one of them an apology. And I'm also happy that Haley stood up for herself at that party and said, Magan, do you not realize the hypocrisy? You were treating me the same exact way that you said Dayna treated you when she wouldn't look your way or say hi to you, and you were so upset about that. Well, if it isn't the pot calling the kettle black. It truly is sad to see Magan be controlled in this way, and I hope my girl gets out. Somebody call up Jordan Peele. Moving over to Mel and Marie. I don't know why Mel's stepmom or step auntie thought that she was some type of private investigator at 11 years old or something, but that 100% plays into some of the issues that Mel has surrounding trust and relationships and marriage and kids and all that stuff.
I live with my uncle and his girlfriend. She would use me to help crack his passwords on the computer so that she could find out if he's like cheating.
Again, therapy. Y'all keep coming on these reality shows when y'all need to be walking into a doctor's office. And the whole time Mel and Marie are having this conversation in the kitchen, Mel is looking at her like, girl, I'm trying to give you an out. And you keep trying to say you want to stick it out. I don't want to stick it out. I already said what I think that ring pop was for. And I think these two should have had the guts to do what Ashley did. But I knew they wouldn't. And Mel didn't want to do it. Even after she did it, she's like, oh shit, did I just do that? I blacked out. I need y'all to be so sick. What are we doing?
Can you believe I did that? I'm in actual shock. Did you say yes? I blacked out.
Of all the couples who decide to stay together, this was the dumbest one. Neither of them are going to be happy in this. And I think it's unfortunate that they're risking their happiness just to say that they're sticking it out. Y'all got to stop supporting struggle love for real. Kyle's mom was like, thank God you are back, Bridget. I don't know who that other woman was, but we've been missing you. She was like, I'm so happy to have you back. You would not believe the nonsense that I just went through. She ain't say all that, but that's what it gave.
So good to see you. Seriously.
But look, I love that both of Kyle's parents were very upfront with her. Money issues is one of the top reasons that people get divorced, probably next to cheating. But if I'm being honest, I see both sides of it. I understand where Kyle is coming from and saying, why do we need to have every single detail figured out before we get married? But I also see where her parents are coming from and saying, no, you don't want to get financially involved with somebody before you have these things ironed out and before you have a direction of where you're going. Not to mention both of you are artists. What does that look like in the future realistically? If you have the opportunity to figure it out beforehand, why not do that? Do you guys want to have kids? I don't think they really talked about that, but if you want to have kids, what is that going to look like? If you have the opportunity to figure out the finances and all that stuff beforehand, and what I mean by the opportunity, because everybody of course has the opportunity, what I mean, you have the knowledge that that's something you should think about, then you should do it. They end up getting engaged, which I saw coming. I think a lot of us saw that coming. And I actually do think they can make it work, but it's going to be work, no doubt about that. And finally, we have AJ and Britney. Again, no one's surprised that these two stayed together. AJ finally opened up about her insecurities around not being good enough for Britney, and I think that was a smart move, and I think it shows some growth.
I think maybe I'm just scared that one day you'll wake up and you'll know that you can do better. Like, she not gonna run out on me. Like, tomorrow, she not gonna just wake up and be like, I'm a boss bitch. Like,
but Britney is very much type A. She said, look, you keep talking about all these things you want to do. Why don't you just do it?
I just want to be more.
Be more. It's
stop talking about it.
And I'm not a type A type of person, but I also agree with that. You could talk about things all the time, but at a certain point, you're going to have to put in the action to get it done, or else you're just a talker. All in all, I'm not disappointed in this season, but I'm disappointed in some of these couples, most specifically standing out, Mel and Marie, because they know that it's not going to work out. I think it's idiocracy on their part. Couple I'm most proud of, Ashley and Marita. And while Marita didn't seem like that's the way she wanted it to go, I think she's going to be a lot happier when she realizes, oh wait, I don't have to deal with that anymore. They definitely made the right decision. So like I said, I'm going to put the poll up. Let me know which way y'all want to do this reunion thing so we can get it going. Either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday we can do something with the reunion. So make sure you vote on that. Let me know. Other than that, would love to hear your thoughts on this finale. It is currently literally 3 a.m. I just watched both of these episodes and recorded this. So I'm going to go to bed, wake up a little later, get this edited, get it out to you. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Y'all like how my nails match my shirt? I figured I could get one last color match in before I completely do not have this set anymore. Okay, bye. The finale, but of course, right, make sure my toesies are warm. My toesies are a little cold. I think this is a good, and I could put it down a little more. This video will contain already Magan and I was about to say Haney. Next. Shadow, what you doing? Shadow, what are you doing? I'm gonna put that part here instead of up there.
Wake up in Pasadena. Nobody asked where we from. Cold-blooded conversation. ADD told me to run. Why he got too many coats? Cali got too many sons. Home with the famous and broke. Broken and lonely a bunch.